bottom.
There we go. Hey guys, welcome to the team call. Tonight we have Sarah Chilutti. Did I say your last name right?
Yep.
Okay. And she is going to talk with us about how to talk to your Sally. So hopefully, you guys have your own name for your person who is your ideal customer, coach, whatever, that person that you are trying to reach out to and connect with. You really need to get to know that person so that you can be speaking to them. And she is going to go over, this is her favorite topic, which is awesome. I'm so pumped to hear her talk about this. I got connected with Sarah through Josh. We both work with him. And it's been a great resource to have other coaches that he works with, to be able to connect with them and kind of, be able to share with each other's teams and learn from each other, so that we're all not constantly just harassing him for help too. So I'm going to let her go ahead and get started, and I hope you guys get your notebooks ready and are ready to take some good notes, learn some good stuff.
All right. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me on your call. So just a little warning, I am from Philly and super Italian, so I tend to talk really quick, but I'm going to try to, keep it slow for you guys. My team's always yelling at me, telling me to slow down. But definitely get your pen and papers out, because I'm going to be asking you guys a lot of questions tonight. This is all about you guys. And I say finding your Sally because it's just another way to say finding your brand, pick your person. Name them. My girl's name is Sally, because Sarah's Sally. I just picked a name that went off the top of my head that was close to my name. So name your girl. Have an idea in your head. And before I get started, I'm going to make a PD recommendation. And if you are kind of confused on this whole find your Sally and finding, your purpose and who you are, I'm going to recommend reading What's Your Purpose by Adam. And give me 1 second. Let me type his last name in the chat box, because I am not even going to try to pronounce this here. P-Z-I-G. Okay. So Adam L something. But it's an amazing way. I read it when I was a brand new coach, and it really helped me, because helped me kind of stand out, because we all offer Shakeology, we all offer workout programs, we all offer support. So we got to find that one thing that makes us different from this company that's constantly growing. And that thing is ourselves. We are the most valuable thing we have to offer here. So tonight I'm going to help you, figure this out. So that being said, what do you love to do for others? So take a second, write some things down, or write your question down. Do you like to make them smile and laugh? Do you like them to feel good about themselves? Do you like them to feel confident? These are my things. I'm going to describe these things for you guys, kind of based off of who my Sally is and who I'm speaking to in all of my posts. Because if you try to talk to everybody, you're not going to talk to anybody. That was one thing I wish I could tell myself sooner as a coach. The more you talk to, your Sally, that's the more you're going to reach people. So, what do you love to do for others? Like if everything went every way, if you got to help someone and every time they told you like, oh my gosh, Sarah, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't have blank. For me, it's confidence. I'm all about confidence. And the reason that is because, even though our programs are amazing, you can go, to the gym for weight loss. If you're really crazy, you go to a nutritionist for nutrition, right? You go to all these different things. I know I probably sound so crazy right now, but you can't, go to like a confidence doctor. There's none of that. There's nobody, how nice is it to have somebody in your corner rooting for you all the time, right? Like I hope your coach, I'm sure your coach does that for you, but that's my goal when I, get somebody to sign up with me is I have no idea about their background. I don't know where they come from. So I'm going to make sure out of their entire life, I'll be that one person that they can count for a positive message, an upbeat, maybe a kick in the butt if they need it, but I'm always going to be in their corner. So these are things I love to do for my challengers or my coaches. So next question, who do you do it for? And none of these are right or wrong answers. These are all up to you. Every person on this call is going to have different answers. And that's amazing because it's what makes all of us different, right? So, is it women? Is it new moms, moms with teenagers, students, the full-time worker? Who is it? For me, right now my brand is changing because I graduated college last year. So my brand now is more the girls that are starting their full-time job and kind of getting overwhelmed with the stress and things like that. Or the girls who just got engaged and they're starting to plan a wedding and things like that. So who do you like to help? Who do you do this for? Write that down. What does this person want or need? What is she currently struggling with on the inside, not on the outside? We're not talking about weight loss yet. Is it confidence, happiness, direction? Maybe she has the fitness part down and she needs help with the nutrition. That's my girl. My girl, when I joined, my Sally is probably has about 10 to 20 pounds to lose. She's good with fitness, she has a routine, but no idea with nutrition. Because that was me. That's who I was. That's who I can relate the most. I can't relate with the other people. And it's not that I won't help them. It's that this is who I'm going to speak to in my post. So please don't confuse us with you're never going to help anyone outside your Sally. This is just who your posts are going to talk to the most. So next question, how did these people change as a result of your help? Maybe you gave that mom who has a brand new baby, you showed her that you only can work out in your house for 30 minutes. Maybe you can put the baby right in front of you and have her sleep, and she can get her workout done right there, and she never knew she could do that. That's a big thing. For me, I'm going to help them feel more confident, and I'm going to help them feel stronger about themselves on the inside and on the outside. And these are things, write these down confidently. 110% you can help your Sally with this, whatever you wrote down. Because I know that's one thing that's going to, make people get over the price and join with you or whatever it is. When I talk to other people, they join with me because I talk about what I'm talking about so confidently because I know for a fact that I can, if anything happens, even if they don't lose a pound, somehow I'm going to get that confidence out them. I'm going to get them to talk more positively about themselves. Something good is going to come out of this. And I talk about that with 1,000% confidence. So what does your Sally do for a living? Does she have a family? Does she go to school? Does she do all the above? What does she do? And we're getting specific here. I want you, we're creating a sim here. I don't know if you guys played Sims, but that was my jam in 6th grade. But we're creating, your little sim character, your avatar here. And Chalene Johnson says this too in her social media building or something like that. Make an avatar of what you want your Sally to look like. It might sound weird, and I don't have a portrait of myself, but I have a little before picture of when I joined way back 2 years ago, because that's the girl, every way she felt, everything she was struggling with, that's who I want to help. So yours might be different, but get an idea in your head. What does she look like? What does she need my help with? Okay, so your personal brand is what people say when you leave the room. So what does that mean? Your brand should be your vision, not where you are right now. And I know that's hard with a lot of people because you got to have confidence for that, right? Because I know a lot of people, they're like, a big thing I hear on my team is, I'm nervous to help people because I'm not where I'm at right now, right? Does anyone ever feel that way before? It's okay, we can be honest, right? So I'll try to not get off point a lot because I'm really bad at that because I just say because I'm a woman. But one thing, I'm working on right now, and my Sally's changing. She's going to change as you go, just like us. As we go through life, we change. So this is something you got to revisit daily, but I'll get back to that. Right now, my Sally is struggling with health problems because that's what I'm struggling with, and that's who I would love to help is people who feel like me. So if you feel like you can't help somebody because you're not perfect right now, here's a little, truth bomb for you guys. I just went to the doctor and figured out I gained 35 pounds in 4 months from this health disease I got. It sucks, right? So should I quit coaching because now here I am, I'm 30 pounds heavier? I guess I should quit, right? Because I'm not perfect and now I have more to lose, right? No, absolutely. You know why? Because there's someone out there who feels the way I do and has to focus more on certain things like with nutrition and could use my help. You know why? Because I couldn't do what I'm doing right now without another coach's help. So anytime you're not feeling perfect or you're feeling like, I can't do this because whatever that blank is, write that down. This is a really bad blank, but this is a blank. Write that down. Write down why you think you can't do this and read it. And I want you to read it out loud and say, I'm not going to help somebody because I can't do that. I could never say I can't help somebody because I'm 30 pounds heavier. I don't know about you guys, but it's just something that I kind of had to reflect on. So anyway, back to the point. Another reason, your brand should be your vision and not where you are right now is because it makes you stand out, right? We all aren't perfect. We all have somewhere to go. But everybody wants to go somewhere else, right? Everyone has different goals here. Everyone has different paths. So by you setting that vision, not only is it going to draw more people in, they want to know what you're doing. They're going to be attracted to that. So be brave. Put it out there. Don't be scared. Make sure your vision is loud and clear. Also think, what are your strengths? Everybody has a different strength on here. My strength is that I can never shut my mouth, which can also be my weakness. What are some values you have? What are goals you have? These are all things that are going to help develop your Sally. So before I go to the next section, are we good so far? Am I talking too fast for you guys? I know I talk really quick. Good? Okay, cool. So next section, identifying your target market and their characteristics. So now we're going to get really specific, and I really want you guys to keep an open mind here and dive in this with me. And I'm going to try to go slow so you guys can write this all down. So how old is your Sally? Write her age down. Mine is about 22 to 27, about that age. And like I said, this doesn't mean we don't help anyone outside of our Sally. This just helps to know who you're talking to. Are they single? Are they married? Are they divorced? What do they look like? What do they do for a job? That means they could be, full-time, like a full-time nurse, which means, crazy busy, or maybe they're a stay-at-home mom. All these different things. Okay, what interests do they have? So maybe, your life is based around your children. That's fine. That's your interest. That'll be your Sally's interest too. Do they have kids, or are they not a mom yet? Or are they thinking about kids? That's a big one too. And then we get a little deeper. What are her fears? My fear was my friends judging me, and my fear was, what they would think about me on this weight loss journey. That's what kept me from joining for so long. So it might sound silly, but I was in college at the time and surrounded by like a quadrillion girls. So what are your Sally's fears? Now, on the other swing of things, what are her goals? What does she want to do? What does she aspire to do? Write that down. And what keeps her up at night? That's a big one, because that's the one that's going to hit your heart, and that's going to be the one that, when your Sally is a coach on your team and maybe, she lost her vision, that's going to be what you do to pull her back in. It might sound silly, but I have a coach. I swear to God, if I could duplicate somebody, it would be her. All right, if I could duplicate myself, it would be this girl. Like, she is my twin. And what keeps me up at night is the fear that I can never be good enough. And little did I know, same thing with her. She's so scared that she's going to fail that it's almost holding her back. So that's what we're working on together. So think really hard, what keeps you up at night? What keeps your Sally up at night? Okay. Now I want you guys to create a vision. Name your ideal customer. Sounds funny, but you put a name on it and it's easier to speak to rather than just saying, what the hell is this girl talking about with Sally? So who is she? What does she look like? Get really in depth. And you don't have to do it right now, but think about it after the call, or think about it when you lay down for bed. I want you guys to literally be able to close your eyes and imagine, what does your Sally look like? It's easier to help somebody the more you can relate to them. So make sure this person, guys, should honestly be a version of yourself at some point on this journey. So once you got this all written down, I want you guys to write this all down. Like, I'm not kidding. Be sure, you don't have to do it right now, but be sure you write this down. Because you know why? You need to revisit this daily. And I always call this my fire card because I use my Sally card and I have a little index card about her and my little before picture when I don't want to work or something bad happens or life happens. We've all had those days where, like Angela was saying, where your water exploded or some craziness, right? I'm sure the last thing she wanted to do, or I mean, I know if my house was like going nuts, the last thing I would want to do is sit down and work. But you know, revisit this. This is what's going to bring you back. This is what's going to keep the momentum going or bring you back with the motivation. It's just think, you know, what if you didn't find your coach, right? That's a scary thing for me to think. What if I didn't find my coach? Not for the coaching business, that aside, what if I didn't find her? She would have never helped me. Like, and she did so much for me on the inside when I was struggling with so much. Oh, I'm such a squirrel. I love reading the chat. That's so funny. But yeah, like your Sally's out there and she doesn't have you guys. And I don't know, that just like, that pumps me up. That makes me want to go talk to everybody on Facebook because there's someone out there who's just like me, whether you know it or not. She could be looking like she shits rainbows and you have no idea what's going on the inside. But she needs you guys, okay? So like if you're like scared to send that invite, just think you have no idea how this girl feels. If you would have looked at my Facebook 2 years ago, I would look like the happiest party girl in the world who's just living life. Yeah, sorry, I am so bad at trying to filter my mouth, especially when I get excited. But
not needed on our team.
If you would have looked at my Facebook 2 years ago, I would have looked like I was living life, like I was the happiest girl in the world. You would have never known what was going on behind closed doors. So, you know, don't be afraid. If that scares you, think, what does your Facebook followers not know about you that you keep, you know, behind the computer screen? That's the same people. So that's why I don't know, I don't even know if that makes sense because I went on a tangent, but you know, just don't be afraid. Don't let that stuff hold you back because you'll never know who is in the same position you were, except they don't have you. They don't have the support. They don't have the routine. You know, let that be your drive. So, like I said, we're going to revisit this daily. You know, what would Sally be inspired by now? Let's get specific with the post. What would she like to see? Now, I am a proof person. I want to see proof, first of all. And by that, I mean, I'm the ideal person that when they say post every day, that would be for me. I need to see that you're really doing this because I would be one of those, the before me would be one of those people that are just waiting for you to be like, nah, I quit. You know why? Because I was a quitter, right? I wasn't like a positive person. I'll admit it. It wasn't my best me, but I'm one of those people. I need to see you showing up in my newsfeed. I need you to see, like, if I were to saw like some confident, happy-ass girl being so excited to work out every day, I would have been like, what is this girl doing? You know, like make them, even if they're not commenting or like them, make them be like, what is she doing? But, so what would yours be inspired by? I love memes. So I post memes all the time. Like, this is so simple. Just think, what do you love? Do you love videos? Do videos. Like, that's how simple this business is. Do whatever the hell you like to do. So what worries does Sally have? And the reason I say that and the reason we're going to revisit this is that's what you're going to talk about in your post. My Sally was so worried what other people think. So that's why my brand is so strong with not giving an F about what people think, because that speaks to my Sally. So, you know, think, what worries does she have right now? Everyone's going to be different. I'm sorry. I'm a little like, and strong, but, think, you know, what scares her? What fears does she have? That's what you want to talk about in your post. I don't know if you guys have heard of jab, jab, right hook, but when you cover her Sally's worries, that's your right hook right there, because that's going to be her, oh God, I need to know what she's doing. That's when people message you that they message you out of the blue and you're like, oh, hello, this is so nice. I lost my notes. Okay, so you will be able to put the content that will not only appeal to them, but make them feel like they get you. Have you ever seen like a post and you're like, oh my God, this could be my life right now? Has anyone ever seen that, or just me? Like, I'm just the only creepy person. Post those things. You want to post those things where you get that like, yes, amen comment or something like that. You know, get things like that. That's what they want to see. It's really, I feel like coaches overthink posting. think, what would you want to see? And most people aren't inspired by, and I'm sorry if this goes against like what you guys say, aren't inspired by seeing Shalene in an upside down downward dog and all the 6 CDs that you get with Pio or whatever it is. They have no idea what the heck that is. But is anyone motivated by that? Like, if anything, I'm going to be like, she looks so good, I don't want to see that. You know what I mean? Like, but if I see you doing that upside down, backwards twist, downward dog bullshit that I can't even do, now I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, if she can do it, I think I can. You know what I mean? Like, that's a big difference. Be personal, not promotional. That's the stuff. When you hit the heart, that's the stuff that's going to make people not even care about the price. Okay. And most importantly, and this is my favorite part, when you speak to your Sally, you speak to people that you want to work with. Now, sorry, I'm on my sister's computer and she keeps getting texts all the time, so I don't know if you hear that ding. But you attract the people you want to work with. And this part is so awesome because I don't know if anyone else has done this, and I will be the first to admit it. When I first signed up as a coach, I think I talked to everybody, wanted everybody to join my team just so I could hit whatever the hell Emerald was, and I was so excited. And I'm not saying, don't talk about coaching, but I had this whole team of like all these different personalities and things. And guess what? My team really fumbled quick when it was like that. But now, fast forward 2 years, and now that I've learned what, talk all like-minded individuals. Now we're all different. We all come from different backgrounds, but I think we all have the same heart and the same why and motivation to help people. So when you create that, and you create speaking to your Sally rather than trying to speak to everybody, your team culture will authentically grow really, really strong. And you'll have those people that will have your back or want to work the business with you, which I don't know about you guys, but it's one of the hardest parts, I think, of the business is trying to get that going. So that part is so important. Okay, so let me catch my breath. Sorry, I told you I talk really fast when I start getting excited. So what to post per your brand. So 80-20 is the rule, and I'm sure you guys have heard that, but 3 times a day is so important. You guys really want to be showing up in their newsfeed. And if you guys are like me, and I always like to share the story, I didn't have Facebook before I was a coach or I was a challenger. I actually had to reactivate it to join my coach's challenge group. So I totally get the whole I hate social media, I'm not on Facebook, I can't post thing. I sucked at posting. It was the thing I sucked at the most when I signed up as a coach. But good news, guys, is we have this thing mostly attached to our pockets or our hands. And the great thing with that is you can set alarms. And I'm only telling you to post 3 times a day. And guess what? If I had to guess, most of you guys are eating 3 times a day. That's when I would post because I was terrible at remembering. So I would make an alarm for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I would put a post out there. Was it the best post sometimes? No, because sometimes I was in a rush to eat. But I got it out there, and it was a start, and now I don't even have to think about it, So start with these baby steps if you struggle with posting, but 3 times a day is so important. Why? Because there's people out there that they want to see the proof that you're serious about this before they commit to you. They want to see, and people are nosy. They always want to know what you're doing. So the more you get yourself out there, the more people are seeing you. Where was I? Oh, and like I was saying, be you, be real, and be relatable. I swear, people can see right through the fake stuff. Like, they know that it's not you, or you either look like one of those it works people. If you post the real stuff, though, you're solid. And I think if you have to think about it really hard, then it's not really authentic. Or if you're taking your coach's status and copying it, it's not really authentic. Because not that your coach is wrong. Those are great words, but they're her words. They're not coming from you. So, make sure all your words, you might have the same idea as her, that's fine. I've had times where I love the way my coach worded an open house. I'll take it and I'll make it my words, because if I post her post, guess what? I'm going to get people like her, not me. And I want to work with people like me, my Sally. So make sure you be real. It's the best thing you have in a business of like over 400,000 people is there's only one you in the business. Don't lose that trying to be like another coach. Post things your Sally wants to hear about. Maybe you had a day where all of a sudden it's 9 o'clock, you were buried in the library, and you didn't even realize you didn't eat or shower in 3 days or some craziness. Post that stuff. That's real stuff. That's nothing to be embarrassed about. I have a couple moms on my team that just post days where their kid just decided they're going to go Tasmanian Devil that day, and that post would be one of the most popular posts, because how many moms out there could probably relate to that? I mean, I don't have a kid, but I have a nephew, and I've witnessed about 3 hours of that and lost my mind. So, post the real stuff. It doesn't always have to be, like I said earlier, shit and rainbows. You can post the hard stuff. That makes you a real person. Where am I? Oh, when you're posting about a challenge groups, throw something in there that strikes a chord. Like I said, if you hit the heart, that's when you're going to get the people interested and wanting to know, because it shows you're not a robot. Or, a lot of people put a really bad name on the fitness people, like the It Works people, or the people that comment cool on your Instagram and things like that. They kind of put a bad name for what we do. So show that you do this for the right reason, right? I mean, that's really not that hard. So strike a chord, share, a thing that makes Sally say, I want to do this. I'm in. I want to work with her. And sometimes that comes with building your own confidence. Like I said, there's What's Your Purpose, the book I said earlier. You're a Badass. If you didn't read that, that's a great one too. Girl Boss, I don't know. Girl Boss gave me a lot of confidence, and which was weird. Not even with business, just myself. Like her, if you download her on Audible, you're like going to be ready to go 15-star tomorrow. Like, I don't know what it is about her, but she makes me like want to go 15-star and go for the top coach of the year tomorrow. Like, I'm ready to go. So if you need like an energy pump up, they're good ones. And most importantly, pump people up with support. Someone was just super sweet and said, I love your energy. If you go on my Facebook, you'll know I'm really loud and really annoying, and this is what you're going to get. You know why? Because I don't want people to join with me and then go, holy shit, she's really loud and really annoying. I had no idea. I tried to be like the nice, sweet, fluffy girl, and it was just too hard. It's too much effort. I can't do it. So, pump people up with support. Whatever is the best strength or the best thing about you, own that shit and put it out there. Let that be the best thing on your Facebook. Like, if I see Kristen Young, I'm going to think of this right away. Sorry, you were just like the first picture I saw. But let them think like this is, and if you have no idea why people follow you, there's this really cool thing you can do. You can make a picture that says, why do you follow me, and post it, and they'll let you know right away why they follow you. It's amazing. People love giving their opinions. So if you have no idea what people are looking for, or why you're like awesome, post one of those. Those are super simple. Okay, so I have a little bit of homework for you guys. But don't worry, it's kind of fun and super simple. So number one, and I hope you guys are writing this down, or I hope you guys have really great memories, because I don't. Write down your strengths, your values, and your goals. The goals I'm going to keep open to business or fitness, but write those down. Number two, write down your Sally's characteristics. What is she like? How does she speak? If you were to meet her in person, what would she be like? Number three, write down Sally's fears, her goals, and what keeps her up at night. And then number four, write a little like 3 to 4 sentence paragraph about who Sally is. She married, kids, where does she live, what she like, what she's struggling with, all that fun stuff. Write a little paragraph. I keep mine on an index card because it keeps me humble and it keeps me motivated. And it's like my little fire card when I need it. So, yep, that's my thing. That's my call for tonight. Never know how to end these things. Like, oh, good job, guys.
That's so funny. I'm always like the same way. I'm like, oh, what do
I? Yeah, on my team, I'm like, all right, bye.
And I'm done. That was awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, I love your energy. I love that you're just so like, you fit right in with us.
I gave you guys a warning. I talk really loud and I end up screaming and getting really out of breath because I get so excited.
I do the same thing. Like when I'm getting all like pumped up about something and it's like it's all coming out and I'm like, hold on, I have to breathe.
Me too. I'm like, after my calls, I'm like, I need to step outside. I think I'm having hot flashes. I'm like, look, I'm so red right now. I don't even know why.
I know. I do the same thing. I turn like bright red and I'm like, okay. I swear. This is great. So I have like 2 full pages of notes here.
Oh, good.
Yes, I did. Front and back right there. And I'm definitely going to check that book out because that is one I have not heard of.
Yeah, I love it. I love finding things no one's heard of because I'm like, oh, I'm onto something here.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that one. I read, Girl Boss and Badass, and I love both of those. So I'll have to check that one out. These are so great, guys. I'm going to challenge everybody to post their Sally in the team page when you get her done. And what's the book? It is Adams Luipzig, Luipzig. What's your purpose, right? Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
What's your purpose?
Yeah, I posted his name like upper in the chat.
Yeah, it should be like the first thing in the chat. I think it's in there. Yeah. Luipzig-ish.
That might be spelled wrong, but I'm sure if you Google it, something comes up like that.
Yeah, it's called What's Your Purpose? So does anyone else have any questions they want to ask about? Laura, you look like you might have a question. I'm calling you out.
Because I always talk. No.
Okay.
But I love shitting rainbows. That's like my favorite thing. I love, Sarah, you're awesome. I love your energy.
Aww, thank you.
No, I'm excited for my power hour tomorrow because I'd like to try to incorporate a few minutes to really sit down and like think about who my Sally is. I think this will really, really be helpful for me. Like I've been trying to figure out my target audience and I haven't put the time into it yet. So I'm excited.
I agree.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm too excited.
It goes in and out, so I can't tell who's talking when. Go ahead.
I'm the ideal person for keep it simple, stupid, because I always overthink everything. And really, like, the best post you're going to get is when you're talking to the person you can relate to the most. Like, when I first joined, I tried to talk to everybody. And it was like, it felt like I was freaking pulling teeth. And then finally, when I was like, all right, you know what? Screw this shit. I'm just going to put myself out there. That's when people were like, oh, no, I wouldn't know what you're doing. And I'm like, oh, okay, we had to wait for the hard stuff. Got it.
I think what really stood out to me was, now I lost my note. But like when you just said, what it hit me, it's like, what do I like to read on Facebook? Like what I like to laugh. I like to read things that make me laugh. So I clearly need to post more funny things because I don't post enough funny things. I just like to read other people's funny things. So, but yeah, just to think about it that way, because I get stuck a lot with the pressure of posting. I'm not very good at it and it freaks me out all the time. And I'm like, I gotta post something, and I post something stupid. And it's like, well, duh, just go search for something funny and post that.
Yeah, and I swear, like, I mean, I know it's not real life, but I swear they know that stuff, like, when you're just posting the post, because you will not get as many likes versus when you're posting something that's, like, so you. Like, yeah. I try to post, like, a weird meme a day, and that stuff, like, pops off. Like, people love that stuff when they're transformation. I'm like, that's so funny, because I would like that more, too. But, like, it's, like, dumb stuff that doesn't even have to do with Beachbody, and I don't know if I mentioned that, but, like, that's so key. You guys are so much more than Beachbody, so don't let every single post be something health and fitness or Beachbody or join my challenge group or coach or whatever it is. You guys got way more going on than that, so don't lose that, trying to hit your goals. The more you are, the more successful you'll be as a coach.
Yes. I love this. I love this call. This is so important. Like, it's like we talk about the rules of like what to do, how many times to post and how you do this and how you invite and but it's like, if you're not going at it and doing those actions with the right person in mind and actually speaking to that person, you're just wasting your time.
Mm-hmm. And if you're still like really hesitant on doing this and like putting yourself out there, because I know it's kind of hard sometimes, especially when you have to talk about the hard stuff, it gets hard. But think about it this way. How amazing, I always call this a free success club point, but how amazing would it be if someone messaged you like, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm ready to join? Who would be mad if someone did that?
It just happened to me today.
Right? It's awesome. It's like it's free work almost. You don't have to work for that. And that came because they loved the vibe you were giving out. So
it was so crazy when you said, she messaged me 2 days ago and she's like, she actually works with my husband, but she's like, I just found you on Facebook and I feel like you're talking exactly to me, and she signed up as a coach today.
That's it right there. That's exactly it. So, I mean, you can either, not talk to your Sally and work like 3 times harder, but, why work harder when you can work smarter? So,
yes.
yeah.
There it is. Be personal, not promotional. I love that too. So, I don't know if anybody else has any other questions. Did we get everything in the chat? Megan, your coach banged down your door like a crazy person. Gosh, who would do that? I don't know. Who would do something like that to you? Maybe just me.
She was aggressive. I was like, all right, fine, I'll do it. And I'm never posting a video of me doing it. And I did.
I'm never doing a team call. I'm pretty much, you said I'm never doing
never getting on one of those team calls. She used to send me calls, and I'd be like, I don't want to listen to this.
All right. Well, thanks. I guess if that's it, we're just going to wrap it up then. Thank you so, so much for doing this for us. I really, really love this call.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, this was fun. We appreciate it. My husband's walking in now.
Clothes on
This time. He's walked in the background with just his underwear on before.
Nice.
Little show for everyone.
We're a bunch of moms at 9:45. We'd be like, yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys later. Thanks, Derek.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.